Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Musings of Matter channel. I'm your host Maverick, and today we are going to be embarking on a very long, but hopefully very fun and fulfilling journey, and that is the Monogatari series. And of course, we're starting with the first season, first episode of Bakemonogatari. So this has been, anticipated, I dare say, from lots of you guys, from lots of my original viewers, some people who have supported me from the very beginning up to now. And, just on a quick note, right, I'm sure there's also going to be some new friends here as well. If you happen to stumble upon this video by chance, I just like to quickly give you guys an overview of how I normally structure my videos. So I'll typically always have a recap, or in this case an introduction section at the very beginning. I'll have my blind reactions in the middle part, and then at the very end I'll have my review slash discussion slash musings section. Hence the title name, channel name, right? Where I go maybe more in depth in regards to the, the moral of the story, or maybe the references, or in some cases just theory crafting and predicting what will happen next, right? And I do believe that that is probably the most fun part of my videos compared to all the sea of reactors out there, right? So yeah, what about this series as a whole, right? It's kind of funny because even though I've never really dug deep into this series before, I've seen lots of clips of it because of its unique style and unique story and whatnot, so I have maybe... I can't really say that I know what the story is about. Honestly, I have no idea what the story is about, but I've seen various clips of it, and I know that it's going to get crazy and wacky in all sorts of ways, right? And, just as a quick, a quick mention, I have done the Bunny Girl Senpai series before in the past, and I do know that Bunny Girl Senpai is sort of, do I want to say homage? It's styled similar to the entire Monogatari series, right? Where it's basically a guy going around helping a bunch of girls who each have their own problems and some supernatural powers, and then alongside the way probably tackling some philosophical questions, right? At least that's how I understand the Monogatari series. And, of course, romance as well. But beyond that, I don't really know anything about the series. Although I know that a lot of the songs are quite popular here, right? All the characters, I think all the main heroines, they have their own character songs as the openings, and of course the ending song, Kimi no Shiranai Monogatari, is probably, a must listen to if you have any interest at all with anime songs, right? Now, putting aside the stuff that I don't know, what I do know is that it's being produced, well, it's been produced by Shaft, and the director is Shinbou-san, right? And so that is kind of important to me in a sense, because this combination resulted in Mahou Shoujo Madoka Magica, right? Which is one of my favorite animes of all time, alongside Gintama and Evangelion. So, just by this combination itself, I'm thinking I'm probably going to be having a very good time with this series. So, without further ado, let's just get into the very first episode. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, we're in the... Okay. A panty shot within the first 10 seconds. Okay. Kiss... Reports... What? Was that literally 1 second? Hmm? Blood? What? Okay, I'm gonna have to like pause on every single frame here to see what they're actually talking about. Ooh. Was that a Shindo cut right there? You know, the infamous Shindo cut 45-degree angle. Oh, you actually need to like look to the back for that. But anyways. Like what the hell? The text is way too fast. I can't read it that fast. I think it says something like as usual, rushing up the stairs or something like that. Oh. I believe that's the main heroine. I mean, she's the girl in the key visual. Okay. Oh, and now we're getting the opening. Okay. As usual, I'll be listening to it for the first time, but I will be muting it. By the way, I am using a fan sub for this by AME Subs, which has been recommended on the Monogatari subreddit. So it's different from the Crunchyroll subs. Of course, I've heard this before because, like I said, the music from the Monogatari series is actually it's quite famous. Shindo. Hitaki crab? What? Okay. Third year of high school. Araragi-kun? Tsubasa. Her character design basically screams representative. Was that the girl that fell from the sky? Hitagi. Hmm?
戦場ヶ原さんのことなら荒木くんの方がよく知ってるんじゃないのかな。3年連続で同じクラスだったんでしょ。
Really?
まあ何の問題もない優等生だよ。成績だっていいしね。だろうな。でも同じクラスになってあとちょうど1ヶ月くらいだしね。わかんないってのがやっぱりかな。ゴールデンウィークを挟んじゃってるし。ゴールデンウィークね。お、ゴールデンウィークがどうかした？どうもしない。
The long holidays of Japan.
戦場ヶ原さん、言葉数も多い方じゃないし、友達も全然いないみたい。やっぱり病気のせいなのかな。中学生の時はもっと元気いっぱいで明るい子だったんですけどね。中学生の時って羽川、戦場ヶ原と同じ中学だったのか？うん。戦場ヶ原さん、すごく綺麗だったし、運動もできたから陸上部のスターだったんだよ。話だけなら
Does that count as a Shindo cut? I think so. That one counts.
なんかお父さんが外資系の企業のお偉いさんらしくて、お家もすごい豪邸で、
Ojo-sama.
ところがないんだって話。超人みたいな話だな。でも、こんなことを言っちゃいけないんだろうけど、戦場ヶ原さん、何？今の方が昔よりずっと綺麗なんだよね。存在がとても儚げで。存在が儚げ。そうだ、思い出した。僕、押野に呼ばれてるんだった。押野さん、なんで？ちょっとまあ、仕事の手伝いを。羽川、あと任せていいか？埋め合わせすると約束できるなら、今日はいいわ。押野さんを悪いしね。悪いな。
Hmm.
押野さんによろしくね。羽川さん、何を話していたの？動かないで。違うわ。動いてもいいけれど、とても危険よ。というのが正しかった。
Okay.
好奇心というのは全くゴキブリみたいね。その触れられたくない秘密ばかりこぞってよ。鬱陶しくてたまらないわ。何よ、右側が寂しいの？だったらそう言ってくれればいいのに。
A stapler?
全く私もうかつだったわ。まさかあんなところにバナナの皮が落ちているなんて思いもしなかったわ。気づいているんです。
How do you fall
私には重さ
over
ない。
with a banana peel?
と言っても全くないというわけではないのよ。私の身長体格だと平均体重は40キロ後半強というところらしいのだけれど、実際の体重は5キロ。中学校を卒業してこの高校に入る前にカニに出会って。
Ah, so it's a literal crab. Okay.
理解しなくていいのよ。これ以上嗅ぎ回られたらすごく迷惑。喋っていいんだから。荒木。荒木。ねえ、荒木、およみくん。私はあなたに私の秘密を黙っていてもらうために何をすればいいのかしら。私は私のために何をすべきかしら。口が裂けても喋らないと荒木くんに誓ってもらうためにはどうやって口を封じればいいかしら。とにかく私が欲しいのは沈黙と無関心だけ。沈黙と無関心を約束してくれるのなら2回うなずいてちょうだい、荒木くん。
You know,
それ以外の動作は停止であれ敵対行為とみなした。即座に攻撃に移るわ。そう、ありがとう。
you could literally take a step back, you know.
ちゃんと私のこと無視してね。よろしくさ。
でも大丈夫。この程度なら僕は大丈夫。
あれ、荒木くん？
羽川。
まだいたの？星野さんのところ早く行かなくていいの？
羽川、お前バナナ好きか？
まあ別に嫌いじゃないけれど、栄養価高いし、好きか嫌いかで言えば、好きかな。
Ah,
どんなに好きでも校内では絶対
quite the calm dude. Okay, I'm liking him already.
食べるだけならまだいい。残った皮を階段にポイ捨てしてみろ。僕はお前を絶対許さない。
一体何を言ってるの？荒木くん。ああ、ほら、荒木くん。
They're back.
死んじゃダメ。
Ah, good. You got it.
先生に言いつけちゃうよ。
How do you fall over the railing with a banana peel?
呆れたわ。いえ、ここは素直に驚いたと言うべきね。あれだけのことをされておいて、すぐに反抗精神を立ち上げることができたなんて。
戦場ヶ原。
いいわ、わかった。わかりました、荒木くん。戦争をしましょう。
Okay.
違う違う。戦争はしない。
しないの？なんだ。じゃあ、何の用よ。
ひょっとしたらなんだけど、お前の力になれるかもしれないと思って。
力に？ふざけないで。あなたに何ができるっていうのよ。黙って気を払わないでいてくれたらそれでいいの。優しさも敵対行為とみなすわよ。
Okay.
傷がない。あなた、それってどういう。
So they both have supernatural powers. Hmm.
そう、押野めめ。押野のおかげで
Meme.
ついたら人間に戻れたんだ。不死身だった頃の後遺症が少し残っているけど。
星野めめね。なんだかさぞかしよく燃えそうな名前じゃないの。
A vampire.
期待はするだけ無駄だぞ。30過ぎの年季の入った中年だからな。
Now that is something I know because one of the tags of this anime is literally vampire.
そういう目で生身の人物を見るな。っていうかお前、萌えとかキャラとかわかるやつなのか？
これ式一般教養の部類よ。私みたいなキャラのことをツンデレって言うんです。
お前みたいなキャラはツンドラって感じ。
Meta jokes. I love it.
お尻が痛いわ。ジンジンする。スカートにシワが寄っちゃったし。
僕の責任じゃない。
言い逃れはやめなさい。切り落とすわよ。
どの部位をですか？
Don't you weigh literally nothing?
そういえばお前、自分のカバンはどうしたんだ？手ぶらだけど。
教科書は学校のロッカーに置きっぱなし。それに、体中に文房具を仕込んでおけば、カバンは不要よ。
ああ、なるほど。
両手が自由になっていないと、いざっていう時にどうしたって戦いにくいもの。
その文房具とやら、僕が預かる。預かるから出せ。星野はなんというか変なおっさんだけど、一応僕の恩人なんだ。その恩人に危険人物を合わせるわけにはいかないから、文房具は僕が預かる。
Are you sure?
ここに来てそんなことを。
It looks like there's a lot.
あなた、私をはめたわね。了承したわ。受け取りなさい。
How in the world are you carrying all that? Are you Doraemon?
許したというわけではないのよ。
Do you have a four-dimensional pocket on you?
もしも私から1分おきに連絡がないと、5000人の無屈的仲間があなたの家族を襲撃することになる。
大丈夫だって。余計な心配するな。
1分あればことが足りるというの。
僕はどこかのボクサーかよ。
妹さ 中学生なんですってね。
What's with the text on? Okay.
こっちだよ。
何よ、感謝するなんて思わないでね。
わかってるよ。
むしろあなたが感謝しなさい。
わからねえぞ。
あのホッチキス、傷が目立たないようにと思って、わざと外側じゃなくて内側に針が刺さるようにしてあげたのよ。
それは顔が目立つから腹を殴れみたいな加害者側からの都合だろ。
ま、どのみち全然無駄な気遣いだったんだけど。
なんだ。
不死身って便利そうねって言われて傷つく。
今はそうでもない。
あら、そう。
それにもう不死身じゃない。傷の治りが。
What in the world is this? I mean, I kind of expected this, but at the same time, I wasn't really expecting this at all.
私の肉体は案外、法を犯してまで手に入れる価値ないかもしれない。
なんかお前、全般的に見て自意識過剰っつうか、ちょっと被害妄想強すぎるんじゃないか。
嫌だわ。本当のことでも言っていいことと悪いことがあるでしょ。
自覚している。
それにしても、よくこんな今にも壊れそうなビルに住んでいるわね。その押野って人。
ああ、随分な変わり者でね。でも僕や戦場ヶ原みたいなのを専門にしているんだって。おお、荒木くん、やっと来たのか。なんだい荒木くん、今日はまた違う女の子を連れているんだね。やめろ、人をそういうキャラ設定にするな。うん。はじめまして、お嬢さん、星野です。
はじめまして、戦場ヶ原ひたぎです。荒木くんとはクラスメートで、星野さんの話を教えてもらいました。
ああ、そう。星野、こいつが2年前くらいに。
こいつ呼ばわりは戦場ヶ原様。
Sama.
あれは気にしなくてもいいよ。影も形もない。名前もなければ存在もない。そういう子供。いやいや、荒木くん。名前は昨日つけてやったんだ。メイクにはよくないな。名前をね。なんて名前？星野忍と名付けてみた。刃の元に心をあり。彼女らしい名前だね。
What?
いいんじゃないのか。
だから、あの子は一体何なのよ。
だから、なんでもないってば。吸血鬼の慣れの果て。美しき鬼の絞りかす。なんて言っても、そういうこともないだろう。
そう、なんでもないの。ならいいわ。私を助けてくださる。聞いたのですけど。
助ける？いや、無理だ。君が勝手に一人で助かるだけだよ、お嬢ちゃん。
私に向かって同じようなセリフを吐いた人が5人いるわ。その全員が詐欺師だった。あなたもその部類なのかしら、星野さん。
お嬢ちゃん、随分と元気いいね。何かいいことでもあったのかい？まあ何にせよ、話してくれないと話は先に進まないかな。秘密は厳守するから、平気平気。ああ、まず僕が簡単に説明すると。
いいわ、荒木くん。自分でする。
戦場ヶ原。
自分でできるから。
Okay.
おもしかに。
うん。九州の山あいあたりでの民間伝承だよ。地域によっておもしかにだったり、重石カニ、おもしガニ、それに重石神ってのもある。カニと神がかかってるわけだ。
Kani Kami. Is this just like a bad pun?
そういう状況があればそこに生じる。それだけだ。この場合、別にカニじゃなくてもいい。ウサギだって話もあるし、シロちゃんじゃないけれど美しい女の人だって話もある。月の模様 も言ったけど、カニじゃなくて元は神なのかもしれない。重いし神から重し神へ派生したってことだね。まあお嬢ちゃんは運の悪い中じゃ運のいい部類だよ。
どうしてですか？
神様なんてのはどこにでもいるからさ。どこにでもいるし、どこにもいない。お嬢ちゃんがそうなる前からお嬢ちゃんの周りにはあったし、あるいはなかったとも言える。
天文道ですね、まるで。
神道だよ。あ、修験道かな。勘違いするなよお嬢ちゃん。君は何かのせいでそうなったわけじゃない。ちょっと視点が変わっただけだ。
視点が？何が言いたいんですか？
被害者面が気に食わねえっつってんだよ、お嬢ちゃん。へえ、なかなかどうして。てっきりただのわがままなお嬢ちゃんかと思ったけど。
どうしてそう思ったか。
おもしかにに会うような人間は大抵そうだからだ。会おうと思って会えるもんじゃないし、通常触るような神でもない。
触らない。
ただそこにいるだけで、お嬢ちゃんが何かを望まない限り実現しないんだ。いや、もっともそこまで事情に深入りするつもりはないけれどね。とにかくいいよ、わかった。
I don't.
力になるさ。荒らぎくんの紹介だしね。
助けてくれるんですか？
Only you can save yourself? I thought he was gonna say that. Still absolutely no idea what the hell just happened. But anyways, let's watch the ending once. Like I said, if you have any interest at all, or if any songs, you wouldn't know this song. Okay, I guess not really that much to see at the ending part, unless they change it. And this is the preview, so I'll see you guys after this. Alrighty, so there we go. We have officially kicked off the start of the Monogatari series. And I gotta say, like I mentioned within the episode, it's what I expected, but at the same time, I wasn't expecting this, if you guys get what I mean, right? And by that I mean, you know, I've seen clips of it, and I know, considering that it's Shaft and it's Shinbou, Director Shinbou, you're gonna get a lot of these sort of wacky kind of stuff, right? So I was expecting this, but at the same time, you can't really expect, you know, to know how exactly they're going to do it, right? You can know the overall style or whatnot, but you're not going to be seeing the exact execution, which, it's, you know, it's fun to watch, right? It's intriguing for me. And in fact, that's one of the things that I probably want to mention the first here, and that is in regards to cinematography, right? I really loved how, you know, they used a lot of different kinds of camera angles during all the different scenes, right? And especially considering that this is probably going to be a very dialogue-heavy episode, it keeps things spiced up, right? And you got first-person view, you got third-person views. In the exact same, you know, dialogue session, you get 3 to 4 different perspectives. You got close-ups, you know, focusing on the eyes, focusing on the face, or you also got long shots as well, and you can only see the silhouettes of them, even though they're still on the same conversation. It just provides a lot of dynamic to what you're seeing on the screen, right? And that's definitely something I appreciate very much. And even, for instance, when they were going into abandoned building, right, you can see the contrast of colors there, right? Especially in regards to maybe a dull background, but still selecting various objects of it and then putting it in bright colors and contrasting to. Does it have any deeper meaning? Maybe not. I'm not going to look too much into it, at least for right now. Maybe further on down the line, once I get a better feel of the entire story. But like I said, at the minimum, it keeps things interesting, right? It keeps you engaged on what is happening on the screen because you're literally distracted by everything happening all at once, right? And it is a staple of Director Shinbou's work, and personally, I like it very much, right? I liked how he interpreted or he made Madoka Magica. So, no, 2 thumbs up for me in regards to the cinematography part. Oh, and by the way, I did pause at all the text that was flying around, but I do believe that it's just some flare text from the light novels, like maybe putting out some supplementary information that are not that important or relevant to the entire story. One thing I will complain about is I feel like they flash by way too fast, and even, using constant pausing, it's very hard to get on the exact frame where the text actually appears. So that's a small complaint I have in regards to that part. So let's talk about the story, right? And maybe start with the characters first. So Araragi, our main character, I do like his style, being quick-witted and having a sharp tongue. These are the qualities that I love the most in regards to male MCs. Hanekawa, I have a feeling that she's probably going to be this focus of an arc, later on, right? Especially considering how she was described. The way I see it, the more perfect a person is described, the more perfect that you perceive a certain person, the more that they falter at even the most trivial things, right? So I'm expecting some kind of breakdown in the future from her standpoint, considering that, again, I kind of know that this is going to be a series where it touches on philosophical issues or whatnot, and it's really more about solving problems stemming from supernatural issues with all these girls. So just an educated guess here. And then we got the female main heroine, right? Senjugahara Hitagi. So one interesting thing about her name is that Senjugahara basically means battlefield, right? And Hitagi basically means to slash or to cut. So her name literally, added together, it's like she's prepared for battle, right? She's a warrior on the battlefield, slashing and cutting away at her enemies. And I guess it kind of reflects in the way that she carries herself as well, and the way that she speaks, with that entire stairway scene, like, okay, you're ready to go to war, I'm ready to go to war, and then boom, suddenly getting this arsenal of stationery, basically, wherever the heck that she got it from. So yeah, I thought that was an interesting piece of trivia. Not really sure how much it relates to the actual story, but quite fun nonetheless. So in regards to the actual situation here, this is only the first episode, so hard to say, but I think the general idea would probably be that Hitagi probably wished for something, and then the wish was granted, right? So we can infer that through the text of, don't victimize yourself. You most probably ask for it because most people who encounter this kind of situation are selfish. So in this case, Hitagi probably wished for something as well to change this, except that it wasn't just purely for self-fulfillment needs, right? And what exactly was the wish? It could be just a subconscious wish, right? But it was granted. And so what exactly it could be, hard to say. My clue of reference was in something that Hanekawa said, right? And she mentioned that Hitagi, once she got into, or maybe I should call it Senjugahara, once she got to high school from mid-school, it seemed that her presence changed, right? She seemed to have a very delicate existence. Now, of course, this could just be referring to her, having, basically being weightless in a certain way. But on the flip side, you can think, okay, so maybe the thing that she wished for was to erase the weight of her existence, right? And just throwing some ideas out there, considering that she's an Oju-sama born in wealth, perhaps she has pressure of expectations, right? She's literally like this Miss Perfect. She's good at grades. She's good at sports, and she's born in wealth. So potentially, I'm thinking maybe the situation stems from her background here. And again, on another note, I'm guessing that probably the way to fix this problem is to first go back and find out what she actually wished for in the first place and what that wish was trying to achieve, and then achieve it here, maybe through the help of Aragagi, and that would basically solve the problem, right? So that's what I would basically be expecting us to see, at least for her arc in these first few episodes. So yeah, I think that about covers everything I want to say for this episode. It's definitely intriguing for me, right? What else to say? Like I said, I even though I don't know the story, I kind of think this is how the flow of the story is going to go. And so, well, let's just see, right, if it proves right or not in the next episode. So, let me know what you guys think. Is there anything you want me to change or whatnot? And if not, I'll just see you guys in the next one. So stay tuned, and bye-bye.